Welcome back to Fintech Spy, the only show where we don't just follow the money, we spy on it, zoom in, draw 3 Fibonacci levels, and still say, yeah, could go either way. Today we're doing a weekly news parody for SoFi, the stock that thinks it's a bank, a tech company, a student loan hero, and your best friend's budgeting app, all at the same time. Before we dive in, this is not financial advice. This is comedy with a ticker symbol. If you're basing real trades on a parody news segment, you probably shouldn't be trading, but boy do I have a throne to sell you. First headline of the week, SoFi continues its mission to make big banks look like dial-up internet. Old school banks spent the week rolling out new fees, new rules, and a new 47-page PDF explaining why your transfer will still take 3 business days. Meanwhile, SoFi's over here saying, what if you just didn't hate your bank app? In the weekly news cycle, analysts called SoFi a digital-first, member-obsessed, vertically integrated fintech platform. Translation? They made an app that doesn't crash on payday. Investors are split into 2 camps. Camp 1, SoFi is the future of banking. Camp 2, if it doesn't have 200 branches and a bowl of free lollipops, I don't trust it. Never mind that those 200 branches, especially the marble ones in New York City, exist mostly to pay for skyline views, $8 coffees, and a vault full of overhead. Somewhere in the middle, SoFi just keeps quietly adding users and hoping the old banks keep mailing out paper statements like it's 1997. Next up, Wall Street analysts doing what they do best, arguing with each other on TV. One firm upgraded SoFi because they like the growth story. Another downgraded it because they don't like the valuation. A third just shrugged and said, we'll revisit after the next earnings call, which is analysts speak for. I have no idea, but I'm not getting fired this week. If you're a SoFi investor, this week's headline sounded like, SoFi is going to the moon. SoFi is overvalued. SoFi is fairly valued based on future growth and current risk. In other words, everyone is guessing, some are confident, and all of them have spreadsheets. Our third story, SoFi rolled out its latest gadget in the Fintech toolbox, the SoFi Smart Card, because apparently a regular card that just swipes and pays your bill on time wasn't exciting enough. On paper, the Smart Card wants to be your responsible best friend. It nudges you about spending. It tries to steer you toward good habits. It quietly judges that 2 a.m. food delivery like, really? Again? In the marketing deck, it's all about rewards, smarter payments, and helping members build better financial routines. In reality, for a lot of people, it's going to be, I got this for the perks. I stayed for the app. I'm pretending it's smart while I buy concert tickets I absolutely did not budget for. The fun part for investors? Every new card in a member's wallet pulls that person a little deeper into SoFi's tentacled ecosystem, dangling new perks and features just close enough to wrap one more financial limb around you. From just the app to, okay, now they're my bank, lender, and card in my pocket. So while the headlines talk about flashy features and clever branding, the real story is simple. SoFi found one more way to live rent-free in its members' financial lives, this time literally sitting in their wallet. Now let's do a fake serious check-in on the charts and options, parody style. On the weekly chart, SoFi is forming a pattern I like to call the investors can't decide formation, higher lows, higher drama. On the daily chart, every dip is either the buying opportunity of the decade or the beginning of the end, depending on which YouTube thumbnail you clicked. On the 4-hour chart, SoFi moves like it just drank 3 espresso shots, up, down, sideways, all before lunch. Over in the options chain, calls and puts are in a full-blown custody battle for the stock price. Call buyers are stacking strikes way above the current price like it's already next bull market. Put buyers are hanging out way below, waiting for their I told you so moment. In reality, most of them will just watch time decay eat their premiums while SoFi closes somewhere right in the middle. Our final story this week, SoFi's ongoing identity crisis. Is SoFi a bank, a tech stock, a student loan machine, a personal finance lifestyle brand? The answer, according to this week's headlines, is yes. The company keeps adding products like it's building the Avengers of fintech, banking, investing, loans, credit cards, and probably a SoFi toaster coming soon that prints your FICO score onto your bread. Wall Street says, we need a clean, simple story. SoFi says, what if we just build the whole ecosystem and let the story catch up later? So what's the outlook for SoFi after this week's news cycle? If you're a bull, you see innovation, growth, and disruption. If you're a bear, you see risk, competition, and a lot of promises. If you're neutral, you're just here for the memes and volatility. As always, this is not financial advice. It's a parody news breakdown meant to make you laugh while you do your own homework. Read the filings, study the charts, and don't let a comedy segment be the reason you open or close a position. If you enjoyed this SoFi Weekly News parody, hit like, drop a comment with the next ticker you want roasted, and subscribe so you don't miss the next Fintech SPY breakdown. Until then, keep your risk managed, your charts clean, and your sense of humor intact.